Hey there, students and teachers, school tomorrow. I'm going to make this just under 5 minutes, like we had at the Pycon recently. Hey, we got a lot of Pokemon showing up in my backyard. It's like, wow, Pokemon in my backyard. So, in this lightning talk, under 5 minutes, I just want to go through what I was going through with the Pycon group at the Edu Summit yesterday, where I was the last featured speaker, and I was pretty quick about it. I ended under 5 minutes because I just wanted to remind people of the visualization issue, that there's two meanings of to visualize out there. And a big one now, because of data science and because of wanting data science options at the high school level, graphing in the sense of plotting is huge. But graph in the sense of polyhedron, which is a graph, in the sense of graph theory, that may not fit into your curriculum unless you work at it, right? You're going to have to find a way to make polyhedra relevant. And you may not think that they are, but I do in the sense of figure it in polyhedral numbers, for example, wanting to be able to think spatially in kind of a right-brained way, what we do on this channel a lot around geometry. And I introduced them to how I was thinking right before the COVID outbreak when I was driving around town, and then we all had to go indoors and we switched over to a camp format. And at first, I had a lot of freedom, I guess, as a curriculum developer with the company to use Jupyter notebooks. And then we dropped using Jupyter notebooks after that, and I was too wedded to this technology as how to present and how to encourage student work that I couldn't make the transition out of Jupyter notebooks. So I stuck it out, and now I work with a different school that's happy enough with this Jupyter notebook approach. And the Martian Math part, I quickly dove into that. It's my Silicon Forest offering, and it's in the context of these other maths that they probably will never use or hear of. Supermarket math, um, Martian math, and casino math. It's like, what? What are we talking about? So take it or leave it. You don't need to take the whole context. But the Martian math itself is going to take you into polyhedra, sphere packing, and you can't avoid now the streamlining impact of the fuller syllabus, the Bucky stuff. Partly why people may want to avoid polyhedra, believe it or not, is they're afraid of incorporating recent history into the narrative. It's like we'll have to update our history books and talk about more recent things sometimes in different ways. That's always a growing pains there. So it could be that a lot of the resistance is just inertia. That's my feeling. That's what we talk about a lot. So once we do get into the fact that it's not a taboo topic, we can get into these simplifying volume tables and so on. And I ended by reassuring them that pandas is not irrelevant at all to this kind of thinking because we can store polyhedra in databases, not only flat files, but in relational tables. Why? Because a given polyhedron, not only does it have all these coordinates in it, but it has, just the corners or vectors, say, from an origin. So you got to store the name of the polyhedron, it's how many vertices, edges, faces, and stuff like that, and the name of it and stuff, and then link it to all its vertices and then all the edges, which consist of pairs of vertices. And I already have all that done for you in Python as an example, but of course, coding it up yourself and maybe using a different language and stuff like that. It's all wide open, how you want to build your skills here, both as a teacher and as a student. So I look forward to working with you, and let's talk again soon.